Do you ever get stuck because of disappointment? If you experience something that hasn't gone the way you thought, then don't break down, but see what you can do in order to salvage it. Well, in my case, I was so disappointed because I gave training today. I'd recorded it and it's nowhere to be found. Now, the good news is that straight after the recording, I explained what I had been teaching to someone else and I wrote down a bunch of clues for myself. And I actually said, I'm going to create a worksheet. And in the second recording, I did repeat a lot of the things that I said. Well, actually, no, I didn't, because that part of the meeting wasn't recorded. So I was like, how can this happen? Now, I do know that Zoom, I recorded in Zoom, has changed everything. So the buttons are now all of a sudden at the bottom. But I always listen if that voice comes there. Meeting is being recorded, and if I see the red dot, that it's being recorded. So I have no clue what happened. And all I know is it's not there. So I made a ticket and I'm sure that it's going to be there. Apart from that, it was such a great training. So I was actually going to go to sleep. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Let's just send that recording out there. So what I usually do is I download it. I edit it a little bit, the beginning, what's not worthwhile, and same story, I cut it off, and then off you go. I upload it to YouTube, only visible for people. You have the link, and we're good to go. And I'm like, I cannot believe this has happened because it was so good. We talked about things that you can do when you are experiencing doubt, when you are experiencing negative thoughts. And I actually have this PDF, which you can get, by the way, but then you need to make sure in the comments that you said PDF, please. But it's a PDF that actually helps getting you to create a positive mindset and getting from negative to positive. So I made this sheet a couple of months ago, and you can look at it, and it's very visual. So it's kind of cool. And now what I did was I added some things to it, because I believe that when it comes to having a negative mindset, so being a pessimist, we know it can be changed, but yes, it does require some work. So I gave some of the people who I definitely know they need it some ideas on how to do this. And well, I am going to sleep. I don't think I'm going to do it now, because if I'm going to do it now, then I won't be able to sleep, and then everything later on in the day will go haywire. Been there, done that. Don't want to do it this time around. But it feels like, all the adrenaline, and I'm like, okay, am I able to go to sleep, or do I need to actually get it out there? But I do have my written notes, so I can quickly check those. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, and actually it's in line with the training I gave today, if you experience something that hasn't gone the way you thought, then don't break down, but see what you can do in order to salvage it. And well, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm also like, am I going to do a new recording? I probably will do a new recording. Just not right now. But I did want to get this one out there because I do post something daily on Instagram. And even though I did post something already, which was meant to give a boost to someone else who is going through a very rough time, I felt like I wanted to say something about this, because I do know that when things don't work out, people can get so distraught. And, if I look at the last couple of weeks, it's been one thing after another that didn't go as I had expected. Just now, I uploaded something to a new professional organization where I needed to become a member of in order to get my coats back, which I need to get paid for something which happened last year. Yeah, do you still? Well, yeah, yes, okay. If you follow it, awesome. If you don't worry about it. So I really had to look at why is this happening. So I do believe there are some new opportunities that go along with it. And just, to continue in that same line of thought, I'm preparing something that's a trip, probably in Chicago, where I want to go to again in September. So I'll be going to LA, and I just looked at the flights to see, okay, when will I go there? When will I take a direct flight from here, from the Netherlands, or will I go with American Airlines, which I'm used to, but then I need to do a transfer? I have no clue what the seats are like on the plane from the Dutch airline. Well, I do remember that I actually have been flying with them, but I think that was only like for an hour or so. And I'm like, might do one, might do the other. I'm not sure yet. But I'm planning ahead, and that's a huge step forward. And hopefully that will help me when things don't go the way they should go, to actually be able to fix things on time and not be too distracted by it. But anyway, I'm trying to use all the experience I'm having right now, which includes all those things that do not go the way I want them to, into everything that I'm working towards in the near future. And actually, that does feel kind of good, because it feels like new opportunities are opening up. And I have no clue how it's going to work, but I do know something is happening. And the good thing is, I talked about visualization today in the meeting, which was about, you can write things down, but if you don't believe it, then, knock on the door of your future self, because your future self has already done it. And what's the future self going to tell you? And what's so cool is that all the elements of what I've been doing in the past couple of months are all included in that one training. So that's a shame that it's not there. But I have to believe I'm going to create a better one because of it. So if you're interested in both the training and the PDF, then make sure, like I said, that you write down PDF, please. And I'll make sure that when it's challenge time, which is pretty soon, so I'm not sure if it's this weekend or the next one. So today is the 22nd. So that's Wednesday. Well, I know that I'm still pretending that it's Tuesday in the US, because it is, but over here it's already Wednesday. So I usually post early morning in the Netherlands. So 24th is Friday, and it's the month of May. So we actually have the 31st on Friday, but that's going to go haywire or not with the 1st and the 2nd. So I might actually already do a challenge upcoming Friday. Oh my God, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to make this work. But I'm going to make this work. Anyway, there are already 2 other influence challenges where you can subscribe to. And if you join, I'll make sure there is a very nice offer for you if you want to keep watching those challenges, because all the challenges are done from a different angle. There are worksheets, there are meditations in there. So, you know, with every version, I can only say it's getting better and better and better. So there you go. So if you want to know more about how to influence yourself, getting from negative to positive, then make sure that in the comments you write down PDF, please. And then you're good to go. If you want to see more videos related to change, go there, click there, yes, right there.